Hey guys, welcome to the So About That podcast. Today I have a special guest joining us, Kyle Lewis, former MLB player, turned client, turned bestie.
Cannot stop.
Another home run for Kyle Lewis.
Home run, Kyle Lewis.
So I can't get it. A 3-run homer by Kyle Lewis.
Kyle Lewis sizing this up, crashing into the wall and making the catch.
Carry, there it goes. Oh boy, that ball's tagged. That's gone. See you later. Kyle Lewis gives the Mariners a 1-0 lead.
Wow, he made the catch.
Oh
You
baby.
can just stamp that Rookie of the Year award, send it right here to T-Mobile Park.
Today we're going to be talking a little bit about who we are outside of our hustle culture, outside of our titles. Kyle, how did we get here?
I feel like this was bound to happen, you know? We talk about this kind of stuff every day.
Our sessions really should be recorded because we do have these deep conversations about what next? What are we doing? And how do we balance it all? And what are we working towards? But I feel like deep down, we're really trying to get to know each other on a deeper level. Who is Kyle Lewis?
Yeah, I mean, every time I come in, it's, man, I got a story to tell you.
You do?
I got something to say. I got to get something off my chest. So
Can we also kind of talk a little bit about, really quickly, the first misconception we had about Kyle when we first came in? Remember, we thought Kyle, he was in search of...
We told you how we felt. It's not like this is a surprise.
God.
It was a heated conversation.
We thought Kyle was the typical, fuck boy type of dude.
Yes.
Hey.
And then we learned Kyle a little bit, and we're like, actually, Kyle, you're a really good human, and you aren't what the typical stereotype is for a athlete and things like that. So it was really important for me to kind of bring you into this conversation and talk a little bit about who you are and kind of what goes into this becoming, right? Because you're at a new phase in your life, you're at a different stage in your life today. And we just talked about, you just hit a milestone birthday.
Yeah, I just turned 30.
Okay.
I just turned 30.
30.
So, yeah. I would say,
He's been here for 3 decades.
I would say, I feel like, obviously coming into a new space, never been to your studio before. It's kind of like I'm trying to, be open.
Yeah.
And it's no way for me to really explain kind of my background in, 1 or 2 sessions and just meeting y'all and just coming into the space. So I just came in trying to be open,
Yeah.
And,
well, why do you still do Pilates, right? You've been doing Pilates for how long?
Since 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was part of your rehabilitative practice while you were still playing baseball and you got injured. I don't know, tell us.
Yeah, so I got drafted in 2016.
Okay.
Moved to Washington by myself, which was a mistake, looking back on it, but went out by myself.
We can get into that a little later. Okay.
I thought it was time to go and do my thing, and so I ain't take nobody with me, so I was out there sad and kind of in my own head. Hurt my knee real bad and had knee surgery. So then in that time frame, you lonely, you sad, you trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And my agent was like, why you don't try Pilates?
Okay.
And obviously,
Shout out to that agent.
Nobody was on Pilates, so I was kind of like, I'm not doing that,
Right.
When I jumped in, I went to a little classical class with a lady.
Open minded. Okay.
Yeah, and in her living room.
Oh.
And it was hot, no AC, so I'm like, this is crazy. But she put
Did
me
it feel
through it,
good?
man. I was dripping sweat, and
Yes.
I was like, all right. So I kept going back and really haven't stopped since.
Okay.
Really haven't stopped since.
That totally makes sense. And I feel as though you coming back into Pilates is still holding on to a past routine that carries into this next phase of your life, right? It's as you're navigating what this next chapter look like, you don't want to completely eliminate all the things you used to do. Still having some semblance of that past life is helpful in navigating this new chapter. Mm-hmm. You guys have also just hit milestone birthdays, right? So you just turned 30, you just turned 40. What does this becoming of yourself look like?
It was, I feel like 40 for me. I don't know how you felt with 30, but I think just with any milestone, it was like a hard reset.
Right.
It's almost feels like in a way I'm starting, not over, but I was on, the yellow brick road and I crossed over to the pink and I'm like, this is different. This feels different. people are acting different. Everything just feels like a brand new world to me.
Right.
And it's a little uncomfortable. I mean, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful that, I look this fine to be 40.
Absolutely.
And,
Okay.
and no, I am. But it's like everything just feels very, very new. And I'm just trying to like wrap my mind around what that feels like. Did you feel like that for 31 or 30?
So I was excited to turn 30 until life hit me 2 weeks in, and I was like, oh, so this is what everyone says, the changes that come with it. I feel like at 30, again, I was just excited because I always hear like things that are attached to vanity, and then but I feel like no one talks about life that happens, that comes with 30. Like just experience, like just...
Colin, now we talk about this all the time, like real life responsibilities, real life, like being really in touch with reality and people being, it's Atlanta for real, but being out of touch with like
it's
real...
totally different, like,
People have like this very playful approach to life, and it's like, no, life is very dead ass. Like we really got like
we're really
real responsibilities. We just closed on. I mean, we just sold the house. Like these are like real adult problems, and that's like things.
But I feel like I've been operating in that space so long, like since I was 18. Really, I ain't lived at home, and I've been doing things, learning investments, learning how to make money. You know what I'm saying? When you walk into so much money, especially so young too, like I was 19, 20. And so at that point in time, it's like, I ain't want nobody to help me. I'm prideful, so I'm like, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Which obviously led to some mistakes, some wrong moves, but you know what I'm saying? So when I turned 30, it ain't feel like nothing, because I feel like I already been operating like that.
Yeah, but then I feel like family issues came into play for me. Then it became making responsibility, like making choices with learning responsibility with family wise, and it's like, oh, so I'm not the kid anymore. I have to actually like help out in certain spaces. So I think like your 20s, like you get to be a little bit more free, and then I think like in your 30s, even financially, you start wanting to make even smarter decisions, because you're like, okay, let's start setting up that like road so that I could just make, again, you learn mistakes in your 20s, but even with money, you make more in your 30s, right? You want to set yourself up for even like further, but it's like just making those smarter decisions that I think like I'm starting to understand, like, okay, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to do this now, you know? And then with family issues, it's like, oh, everyone's getting older, people are passing away, or people are developing this, and you're like, oh, okay, this is what it is. Like, and so I think like once I turned 30, and boundaries, understanding boundaries, your identity is changing. It's like, I'm not who I was. And you're kind of mourning that in a sense as you just go through between the 30s and the 34. But I'm told it gets better.
Do you know what I would say though about
It does.
the thing about identity though? I think that's interesting, or at least my experience with it is, I've built an identity.
Yes.
And I don't know if I necessarily built an identity around myself for real. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I built an identity around the world and what they wanted to see. And that even goes so deep as your immediate family. So you don't really know, like, for me, it just took probably the last 3-4 years to realize, like, oh, I was just trying to be what I was told I was supposed to be, right? So many athletes with the same type of story where it's like the golden child or whatever they call it, you know what I'm saying? Where you just trying to walk in whatever calling they keep telling you got to be. And that took so much to try to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to sleep at night, can't sleep, feeling like so much pressure, weight of the world, and you trying to control everything, and then you're getting overwhelmed. And
was it like a moment, a day, or one thing that happened to trigger you to understand why you did that and how to kind of change, redefine yourself?
Man, if I had to say a standalone moment, I would say went home for Christmas one year and just wasn't really vibing with my family too well. Couldn't figure it out, right? So I was in therapy and was doing that whole thing, and I was like,
so let's have a quick minute. Kyle was in therapy. We love a good black man.
And we love that.
Therapy serious, and he do Pilates, okay, y'all? He working on that too, okay?
Yeah, so we did the therapy session, and I just asked him like, hey, why don't y'all jump in the session with me?
Yeah.
We did a little group session, and it was like a real like little breakthrough moment for us.
That's nice.
It was cool. It was cool.
I will say that as I got into my 30s and now like progressing and through my mid 30s, going into my 40s, I feel a lot more secure in who I am. Like I'm very much like I said what I said. Like I'm very like self-aware, and like I feel like the older you get, the more you get to know yourself and the more confident you become. And that's probably the part that they talk about. It gets better.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like you get a lot more grounded in who you are, whereas in your 20s you are probably going through those moments where you're, am I making my parents happy? And for me, because I felt like I was like that. Like I was like that golden child, right, for my family, my parents. And it got to a point where I was like, I've already surpassed their wildest like expectations of me. I've hit those marks. At this point, whatever I do from here on out is for me. And I don't even really think about, I've already made my parents proud. Like when I graduated from college, really. You know, so I definitely understand and I empathize, because I feel like we all kind of go through that, where we're like, are we living for ourselves or are we living for someone else's expectations of us? But as you get older, I find that if we go a little bit more internal, you realize like, I love the person I'm becoming. And if you don't, then you figure out why, or you pivot and you start to explore the parts of you that you haven't been able to explore. And I don't know, Kyle, like, what does that look like for you now? I feel like all your life you've just been like, ball is life.
Yeah, you got to figure out like.
I feel like entrepreneurship, like you are like thriving.
That's cool though. Yeah, that's cool, but it ain't the same.
It's not the
But
same.
it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like if you just got to do something, you know what I'm saying? But I would say like the thing you learn though, or at least I feel like, is you drop that pride, right? You got to be shameless. You got to be shameless when you show up. So that's my thing now, is like, ain't no shame in making no mistake or call and cut when you got to. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't even, because I used to do all the self-help. I used to do all the, you know what I'm saying? You read the book, you meditate, try to do the thing, you know, but at the end of the day, like, it is going to be what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? That nighttime going to hit, that sunshine going to hit. And so I just ride the wave. Now it's like, I don't know what my ultimate goal is, but I know today I'm gonna show up and do the best I can, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, doing that has been a much different experience than trying so hard to make it what you want it to be.
How do we feel like loss helps us become a different version of ourselves, right? I feel like, Kyle, even you, like, you went through like a family loss too that was tied very closely to your family. But Simone, you also just lost someone really close to you. And Parker, you had an aunt, right, that passed away recently. And so there are parts of you that are shedding. And we are now, you know, that caterpillar analogy. How do you feel like that's contributed to like your growth or this becoming of who you are?
I mean, I think for me, I'm still figuring it out. I think like I just had too much happen in one space.
But even with Pilates, a part of that was tied to.
Yeah, it was tied to it because, you know, I always made my mom do it. Like, she had a mental illness, and so I was always kind of like, wellness is so important. And so she'd be like, you know, send her accountability photos in a group chat, like sweating, like, I just did your Pilates session. And I'm like, Mom, those are so old. Stop doing it. So, but like, I feel like I'm still figuring it out. And I think sometimes I feel like I need to have it figured out like now. And I'm kind of just, I'm trying to get to the point where I'm like, I don't know who this new me is, and I don't know when I'll have it figured out. But I think like just using this time and space to just heal and just do it one day at a time. But it's nice when I speak to my therapist and she's like, you have to remember, like, you're a whole new you. Like, the Simone that you were before March 28th, you're not that person anymore, you know? And so again, I'm still kind of in my mind like, oh shoot, I'm not. Like, but it's a harsh reality. And I think I feel proud to say that I don't know, you know? And I think sometimes when I hear people talk or hear their stories, they have it figured out, and I'm happy for them. But for me, it took me a while to get to this point to be like, I really don't know. Right. And I think it's so hard for me to say I don't know, because I've always just been like, I know. So to answer that question, when it comes to the loss of my mom, my grandfather, and other family members within these last 3 months, I don't know. I really don't know. This journey. But I know I'm just trying to take it day by day and continue from there. and just try to heal, daily devotionals, and lean on God, and just go from there.
And see who you become as you navigate this process.
Yeah.
It's a becoming. It's like Michelle Obama's book. Like, we're always evolving.
Yeah.
And I have this conversation with Sam all the time. And, you know, there are times where life gets challenging for us, and he's just like, you know, sometimes I miss the old Kim. And I'm like, well, you need to get to know the new Kim, because this is who I am. And the old Kim is no longer applicable in our current circumstances.
Yeah.
The old Kim didn't have 3 kids. The old Kim didn't have a job. There's times you and I talk about this a lot in our sessions, where I'm like, I'm just so focused on my career, like on my business, that I don't even really have time to think about anything else. And this is a very new thing for people around me to have to deal with. My friends, my family, my husband, my kid, you know. I think that as we grow and as we evolve and as we try to like tap into parts of ourselves that feel very true to us, those people around us also have to there's a relearning process, right? There's always that like.
But you know what I would say though? I would say my experience getting hurt, being on top of the world, being a star of the city, and then having to redirect, being injured, being in the hospital bed. You know, I went from the middle of a game to bleeding out and almost dying and being in the hospital bed, you know, in an hour. And so I would say, like, you guys, not just you, anybody in the world, but honestly, you know, it seems to me like there's so much attachment to trying to define yourself, right? And I think to me that's proven to be like a little dangerous, you know, because you can change that quick, right? Life will change you that quick. You'll be totally left, right? 1 minute you locked in on building your business and working, and then the next minute you got a broken leg or anything, right? And so it's almost to me like simplifying it, right? Bringing it down. What do I want to do today to be the best I can? How can I show up the best I can today? And then from there, I show up tomorrow, the next day. It might be a totally different set of circumstances. I might be sick. I might got the flu. I can't go to practice, right? I can't. And are you gonna be shameless and tell this person how you feeling? I might just be in depression. It might be that simple. I can't go today. I ain't got it.
Yeah.
Am I gonna tell my client I ain't got it, or I'm gonna suck it up and go? You got to make that decision every day. So I try not to attach to who am I as a whole, because it don't exist, right? It only exists in the moment that I'm able to present myself to you.
But what about when like your fans or your followers or like Sam, like they like, no, I'm attached to the old Kim. I'm attached to Kyle, who was the outfielder. Like,
Got to be shameless.
Yeah.
Got to be shameless.
It's like, how do you allow yourself to expand outside of that box? What did you do? What do you do to expand outside of the box that like your peers put you in? And they still put you in.
Oh yeah, every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
I'm like, Cal, the baseball player. Yeah.
Yep. Every day.
I mean, he's been doing Pilates for 10 years, has the best C curve I've ever seen. I tell everyone about your C curve. But, you know, outside of you being the MLB player, like, I do know there's more to you, but how do you project that to your peers and to us and everyone else?
Challenge the norm. Yeah.
What you thought you knew, you didn't really know.
Kick the can over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Start them tough conversations with people. You know, when you feel yourself getting nudged into that, go ahead and put a little controversy in the pot, right?
You love
It's
a good
so
controversy.
uncomfortable, though.
Right.
Spicy.
It's uncomfortable.
But how else
It
we
is.
gonna get to it?
Exactly.
Right?
You gotta just
Challenges.
muddy through that water.
Because you gonna put on your character, I'm gonna put on mine, which I perfected, right? But where we gonna get to? So I'm gonna go ahead and let's go left. Let's see where you really at with it. You know what I'm saying? And I just think it just helps to lower the guard down a little bit.
All right, Kyle. Let's get down to like the real nitty gritty. What's the group chat like with you and your homeboys? What are y'all in there talking about? Are y'all in there talking about Pilates? Are y'all talking about, is it memes? What y'all doing tonight?
You sit in sneakers.
Oh,
You get in line.
You
for
know,
the
I
shoes
just
virtually.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Okay.
What's the group chat like with the ladies?
No, you can't flip it back. You can't ask a question with a question.
I mean, it's a lot. The group chats it can go from like, what? So the group chat like with us three or like our separate group chat?
Yeah, our group chat is probably different from our separate group chats.
I don't have a group chat.
Simone, you in
What?
our group chat.
I mean, outside of our group chat, I don't have like a spicy one.
Can we tell them the name of our group chat?
Like I don't have a group chat where we could put like,
What
this
is
is
the
the
name of our
her
group
picture,
chat?
this is her
You named
picture.
it. Did you name our group chat?
I forgot.
The dream team.
No, it's the winning team.
The winning
Oh, we
team.
switched
The
it?
winning team.
Oh,
It
damn.
was the dream team. It was.
It was.
And then we changed it
Who
to the
changed
winning
it?
team. I did.
Look, guys, we're getting away
Because
from
we
Kyle
all-
answering the question.
Okay, Kyle. What's up with the group chat? What do y'all talk about?
You know,
I feel like group chats evolves too, right?
I feel like certain things need
say
to stay where they at. I feel like certain things.
All right,
need to
fine.
stay-
This or that, Kyle. Like
Okay, let's play.
privates or group sessions.
I like a nice duet.
Okay.
Yeah, I like a nice
Okay, duets.
It's a sneaky good date. You know,
That's
I
a great
haven't.
idea.
You know, we got to be selective on what we do.
Okay.
When we do that,
You let
but-
me know ahead of time. Stretching today, or are we like putting in work? All right, infrared sauna or like cold plunge. You want to get hot or real
You
cold?
got to get in the cold plunge. You got to go cold plunge. Yeah, wake you up in the morning, for sure.
Okay.
For
All
sure.
right. Blind date or like warm introduction. You gotta.
Oh yeah, I can't do the blind date. That's too much. You put me on
No,
the
if
spot
it's
like
me, and I'm like, Kyle, I set you up with the perfect girl. You don't trust me enough to be like, all right, walk into that situation
that. Can't
blind.
get no call first. No FaceTime.
No,
Then a blind date then.
Blind.
What about if you send the Instagram?
No, that's
No,
cheating.
Yeah.
no.
What if
No,
you
but
just trust
it's
her
still
word?
blind. You don't know she's never talked to her.
Blind is I literally don't know what you look
Yeah.
like.
no one. There's no need to do that anymore. It's
No, but
2025. I can.
That's real. Thank you.
There's no. I'm not.
I'm
You know what?
saying.
No.
Married.
I'm gonna see what the next. So
Come
I'm gonna see
on.
what he. No.
I can't get a sneak peek.
That's what I'm
of
saying.
nothing.
No, I'm siding with you. Like
Okay, because
we can send what the girl looks like.
How about you describe the girl and then we move from there?
I can go off that.
Okay.
I can go off that.
Okay.
I do like a little rapport though. I like a little bit of a letter of recommendation. You know what I'm saying?
See?
To help me out.
See?
Kim knows all the girls.
Yeah.
therapy sessions or Pilates sessions.
We kind of do both at the
I
same
know,
time.
I'm trying to figure it out. You trying
I
to?
got to
It's
say
give a
something.
combo.
Okay.
I can't do the silence Pilates. I got to say something because it too much has happened in my life since the last
I know,
time we
I got
linked
you. I'm
up.
gonna be here. I'm gonna be a listening ear.
Yeah,
Ginger shots or smoothies.
ginger shot for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't. It's too. A smoothie be too much.
Yeah, no, you-
Let's get to it. Let's
Okay.
get to the wellness as fast as we can. That's
I
what
love
I'm
that.
I wanted to ask you guys some questions.
Okay.
Blind dates or recommendation?
Recommendation.
You shy?
I'm not going on a blind
You
date.
shy?
No, I'm not shy. What? I'm a performer. No, I'm not shy, but like, I want to know what I'm about to be sitting in front of. And it's 2025. There's so much out here. Like, why do I need to go on a blind date?
Okay, so Parker might Google a nigga before she go in there. You need to know
All I
like
have to
his
do in the group
LinkedIn.
chat, I'm gonna pop the name in the group chat. They sending me all the collaterals. I
Okay.
got
Oh
all
my
the
God!
stuff.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
Listen, I don't go on blind dates. I have my friends follow my locations. I need to
Yes.
know who I'm about to be with.
Do you trust your man to go on a boys trip?
Ooh.
And are we supposed to trust y'all to go on a girls trip?
Of course.
I'm gonna pivot to Simone, friend,
This question.
phone a
Well,
friend.
for me, I'm gonna say yes to going on a guy's trip. Totally trust the partner, and then I'd say yes, you guys should trust the girls going on a girls trip. I mean, I feel like you should know what kind of girl you're dating, and
True.
if you have to be like wondering, then maybe that's the person for you. I think so. Yeah. But I think it's healthy for each person to have like their girl group and their guy trip. I think it's such a healthy dynamic.
It is.
I think it's
not be
needed.
wrapped up in someone. You need to be an individual with someone. Like, I feel like Kim is still
Kim.
outside of the mom and the wife and the Pilates instructor. She's still the girl from Harlem.
I wish everyone thought like you. I wish everyone thought like
They
you.
like to be wrapped up in you.
It would be in your skin, Kyle.
You know,
I mean, if you meet the right one, you kind of just want to be in the skin. But
The-
like,
the-
you can still like.
the boys trip is controversial. That ain't really where, I mean, I ain't.
Depends on where you go to.
Depending if you're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
Miami,
Depend where you going.
Does your girl trust you to go on a boys trip?
She should. She should,
Do
but
you
you know.
reaffirm her trust? This is now going to a whole separate episode. Kyle, thank you so much for coming with us today. We cannot wait to see you back in the studio on the Reformer and in the couch with us. Yes,
Weekly.
But no, we appreciate you.
Thank you guys for joining us.